Hello, my little pretties. It's me, the Queen of Lions here, and today I'm gonna do another episode of Shadows and Pretties where I talk about many different things, such as video games, movies, TV shows, and whatnot. So, today, since this is episode 101, if you guys liked episode 100, thank you for liking it, and if you didn't, that's completely understandable. And today, in this episode, I'm gonna be talking about Halo 2. I know I did Halo Combat Evolve, I think, a couple episodes ago. I think it might have been around the 80s or something. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, after getting some good feedback on that, I decided to go ahead and do Halo 2, which is the game I'm doing. Now, Halo 2 is a sequel to the first Halo game, which takes after, Combat Evolved, which it came out in 2004. And we do have an anniversary of this game that came out in 2014, so that was like almost 10 years ago. And I'm good before I get to, the plot. This brings me back some nostalgic memories. Like I remember I used to play Halo 2 pretty much a lot before Halo 3 took over and all that. Every time I play Halo 2, it brings me back so many good memories and that. And the gameplay is pretty much the same as the first one, except you get new weapons, you get, new missions, you get to play two people, well, two characters in there. You get to play Master Chief as always, but of course you also get to play as the Arbiter, in some episodes. Like some what did you call? Oh yeah, and there's some levels that you get to play as Master Chief, and there's like other episodes you get to play as Arbiter, which is pretty neat. I like the fact that playing as the Covenant is pretty interesting. And to be completely honest, I really do find, the story of it to be, rather interesting. And yeah, let's just say that it's a lot more, interesting and all that than from the first one. Like I mean, the first one was pretty good. Don't get me wrong, but I think I like the second one a lot better. So, and if you ever could tell why my voice is like this, I don't know. I'm just like really tired. I don't know what it is, but I've just been really tired for the last few days. I don't know why. I guess my sleep cycle is just kind of all over the place, so please bear with me. So, for those of you who don't remember, well, Halo 2, the gameplay storyline, I'm basically just going to sit there and say this right now that Halo 2, the difference is because they have like 15 levels. The first game, which was Combat Evolved, have 10 levels. The sequel has like 15 levels, which is pretty crazy. Like, I don't mind, too many levels in a game, provided there's a good context to it and all that. So I'm not going to sit there and, be hypocritical on that. So Halo 2 basically opens with a trial of Covenant commander aboard the Covenant's capital city ship known as High Charity, which we're going to say it's Arbiter. For his failure to stop Halo's destruction, the elite has been, stripped from his rank and branded as a heretic, tortured by a brute named Tartarus, who is the chieftain of the Covenant Brutes. And of course, the Covenant leadership, the High Prophets, which are Truth and Regret and Mercy, decide to give the elite a chance to become the Arbiter, which is a rank given to the elites have given great crisis or turmoil, which the new Arbiter recoils the rebellion and recovers free for free guilty spark. So meanwhile, the Prophet of Truth and Regret prepares to attack Earth, having his location from a 4-1 runner device. Now, oh, I forgot to mention this right now. If you have not played Halo 2, if you don't want to hear any of this I'm saying, you need to, click off this video and play the game. It's pretty awesome. Now, meanwhile on the, in the, on Earth, Master Chief, Sergeant Johnson, for their actions on the first Halo with the Commander Miranda Keyes, accept the medal on her behalf of her deceased father. The Covenant fleet appears near Earth. So they have to stop the carrying ship, but the Prophet of Regret slips through Earth's defenses and begins to the African city of New Mombasa. So Master Chief assists on defending the city with his fleet destroyed. Regret then makes a hasty ship space jump and Keyes and Johnson, Cortana, and Master Chief follow aboard the UNSC ship. Sorry, I have to, kind of pronounce it because, I talk too fast and I do apologize. In amber clad and discovers another Halo installation, realizing the danger of the ring presence. Key sends Master Chief to go kill Regret while she and Johnson search for the index. So, of course, Master Chief eventually kills Regret, and then, of course, he falls into a lake where he's dragged away by the Gravemind, which is the leader of the Flood. So, there might be some things that I forget what to happen, so but please bear with me on this one. So the prophets give the brutes the elite's traditional role as their honor guards when the Arbiter subdues Johnson and Keyes to retrieve the index. As Tartarus appears and reveals the prophets have ordered the annihilation of the elites and sends the Arbiter to, just to, so basically, the brutes backstabbed the elites. Like, they just turn around, decide, you know what, let's backstab these people. We're more, capable of it. So the Arbiter meets Master Chief near the below of Halo and brought to by a flood creature known as the Gravemind, which he reveals the truth to the reins of the Arbiter and sends the two soldiers to different places to stop Halo's activation. So Master Chief gets teleported to High Charity, and the Covenant falls into civil war while the Flood infested in the Amber Clad crashes the city. Cortana realizes that the Gravemind used them as a distraction so the parasite can overrun the city, and the Prophet of Mercy is consumed. So though the Prophet of Truth sends Tartarus with Halo Keys and into Halo with Keyes and Johnson and Guilty Spark to activate the ring. However, Master Chief follows Truth and follows a Forerunner ship leaving the city, while Cortana remains behind to destroy High Charity and Halo if Tartarus succeeds on activating the ring. So, yeah, that's basically Master Chief's side of the story. Arbiter's side of the story, I will have to say, is really different when it comes to, certain levels in that. So, yeah, I just thought I would want to point that out. So, on the surface of Halo, the Arbiter joins forces with Johnson and confronts Tartarus in the Halo's control room. So, the Arbiter tries to convince Tartarus that the Prophets have betrayed them. Tartarus instead activates the rings, and Arbiter and Johnson kill Tartarus in the battle while Keyes recovers the index. Unexpected deactivation sets Halo on all the rings to withstand by remote activation from a place that 343 Guilty Spark calls it the Ark, which that's like a level in Halo 3, which I will talk about Halo 3 in another episode, just not in this one, because, it would take way too long to go through it all, but yeah, and Truth's ship arrives for Earth, and Master Chief informs Admiral Hood that he is finishing the fight. So that's basically how Halo 2 ends. I really do agree that the story itself is pretty, nice and all that, and I like the gameplay and even the development after, success of Combat Evolve. A lot of people really wanted the sequel, so Bungie got together along with Microsoft and they made the second game, which is, to put it bluntly, really a good continuation. I'm not gonna lie. So, they had, this game was being in development, I think, in 2002 and 2003, and then sometime in 2004, the game was finally released. And once the game was released to the public, a lot of people really, really were, onto the game, and they were liking the gameplay. They liked the concept and all that, so it was a pretty big hit after the first game's release. So, eventually Halo 2 was originally going to be released, I think, in 2003, but I think Bungie pushed it back because, they weren't ready in that, and they unfortunately had to push it back till 2004. So, of course, it was released in 2004 on November 9th in countries such as Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and even the United States, which it's a pretty popular game at the time, and it did pretty good in this case. Of course, it was released for PC and Xbox, and the game itself, it received a lot of, reviews on the storyline. Of course, there were some, DLCs and all that, but yeah, I'm not gonna get too much into details, but yeah, I would have to say Halo 2 Anniversary was eventually made in 2014, as a to well for Halo 2 Anniversary, which in Halo 2 Anniversary they made the graphics look a lot better, and same thing with Combat Evolve. When Combat Evolve, was becoming an anniversary remastered as an anniversary edition, they really, changed the graphics, made, the Covenant look more badass. They even made Master Chief look more badass. Same thing with Halo 2. And in Halo 2 Anniversary, they did a lot more. So they actually did pretty much a lot more than what we thought it was going to be. So, alright. In conclusion, I'm just going to say I really found Halo 2 to be quite a nice game. It's a very fun game. The storyline's, amazing, especially if you played, the game for the first time. And even if you played, Combat Evolve, you will pretty much like Halo 2 as well. If you are a Halo fan or a gamer such as myself, then you guys would probably like this one. So, yeah, I recommend it for those who have not played it to please go check it out. Now, I believe there are some, merchandise. Yeah, there's merchandise for Halo 2 as well, like some toys and that, statues, and, basically, Halo's became like a popular franchise over the years after, well, the third one and more games of it, and even merchandise became a thing, which I'm not going to discuss too much into Halo 3, but it is a continuation from the second game. So that's going to be another episode for another day, cuz yeah. But anyways, I think with that being the case, that being said, I just really like how it all went out. It's flat out amazing, really well in detail. There's definitely, a lot of time and effort into when it came to this game. I really do appreciate this game being, cool and in its own little way. Just really do appreciate, how it all went out. I'm sorry. I'm just like pretty tired today, guys. I'm not angry or anything. I'm just tired. I don't really know why, but I think I'm gonna have to, get some rest after this cuz, my sleep cycle's been, all over the place recently. So anyways, with that being the case, I'm just gonna wrap it up. I already talked about the main plot in that of Halo 2, so if you guys want to point out some things that I missed in this video, feel free to leave me know in the comments below. And as always, what did you guys think about this game? Did you all enjoy this game? Did you all not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this game a lot better. Feel free to leave me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you happen to be brand new here on this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload, because that way you guys will get updated to when a new upload comes out. And as always, I'll see you all next time. So, see you later.